Hello lovies, and welcome back to yet another video on my channel. I'm Tori. If you're new here, I just do basically a lot of creative things and share it with you guys. It is currently afternoon. It's 3:04. It is officially March, so if you guys have watched any of my update shorts / reels on my book writing process, you'll know that I set myself a deadline to start my first draft by the beginning of March. And I have. I was on holiday last week and it was very, very lovely. I did get quite a lot done. I can't remember exactly how many words I wrote, but I haven't finished chapter 1 yet. 1029 words in my chapter 1. So I started off by writing a chapter 1, and then I decided that that's not the direction I wanted to start off the book on. So instead
I basically wrote the whole of my first chapter 1, decided I didn't like that, deleted it, and I've started again.
But you know, the first chapter is always the hardest because it's the beginning of your story. It has to be a hook, it has to be intriguing, it has to be something that people are going to want to read more of, you know. So it's quite an intimidating chapter to start off writing. I think it was really good that I was on holiday when I decided to start writing my first draft, because I feel like I was so much more relaxed than I would ordinarily be if I were to start writing at home. I had the ocean near me, I didn't have anything else that I needed to film, I had no editing to do. It was just me and the book, and that was it. I did mention that I was going through a bit of a reading slump in my last video. If you guys haven't watched it, I will link it up in the cards. I can never remember which side they are, but honestly I don't care. Wooting. Anyway, I did actually get out of the reading slump. So what I did is I started reading, what was it called? Operation Sunshine. And I didn't enjoy the first chapter, and I just felt like I wasn't going to keep reading. I thought I was still in that reading slump. But then I started a novel love story by Ashley Poston. She's the same author who wrote The 7-Year Slip, which I also very much enjoyed. And I am absolutely loving it. I would say more so than The 7-Year Slip. I'm enjoying this book very, very thoroughly. I love especially the cat in this book. His name's Butterscotch, but they just called him Butters. And I would recommend it. It's basically about a woman. I think she's in her 30s, and she's gone off to go on a vacation in the cabin. She gets lost and she ends up in the town of her favorite novel. So obviously it's a made up town, it's a fanciful town.
She meets this guy named Anders, and she can't figure out where he was or who he is in the book, because everyone that was in the book is also in the town. So basically she gets stuck inside a book.
And I think it's such a cool concept. I love it so much. And it's very bookish. Both the main characters really, really love reading. I haven't got to the end of it, but I feel like there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, and I'm about 50% of the way through, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Anyway, so the plan for this video. This week I started working a job, which is so great because that was one of my New Year's resolutions, so fabulous. And I basically have only been working half days for the moment. And then I'm going to be also working weekends at a nail salon, helping the person that owns it getting it up and running and all of that kind of thing. So I've got a lot going on, but that does not mean that I'm going to stop making content and stop writing my book. It's still very much at the forefront of my mind. So basically, this video is just going to be me writing and seeing how many words I can get down. I have also, very thankfully, procured a laptop. My boyfriend gave me one, and it has a lovely battery life, so I can go out into the open world and write wherever I want to, which is so much nicer than being cooped up in my room. Although I do love my room, it's very cozy in here. It'll just be a couple days of writing. Another thing I must say. Firstly, Can we just appreciate the little dinosaur earrings? They're absolutely adorable. I love them so, so much. I actually matched them to my outfit. If you can't tell, my outfit is blue. Not that you can really see because my hair's covering it. Anyway, so after I've finished a novel love story, which I think will probably be tonight, I'm not sure, my mom down at the beach very nicely bought this for me. So it's Chain of Gold, The Last Hours, Book 1 by Cassandra Clare. I've heard a lot about Cassandra Clare. I've never read any of her books, but this is a 3-part series, and it's a finished series, which is not something that I'm used to reading. Every series that I've ever read in fantasy has always been an unfinished series that I have to wait for the next book to come out for like 2 years or something like that. So it'll be nice to have something, if I like this series, to read and finish and actually have a conclusion to. I'll probably give you guys some updates on the book I'm reading, a novel love story, and I'll keep you guys updated and whatnot. I have a lot to do, so yeah, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exciting. Let's get writing. Good morning, everyone. So last night I ended up writing about, I think it was 260 something words. I'm not entirely sure. I'll put it up on the screen now so you guys can see. I definitely could have written a little bit more, but I don't know, I just got tired and I had to do about 7 other things last night. It is now currently 7:37. I only have to leave for work at 8:30, so I'm just gonna spend the rest of the morning because I just need to pack everything that I need for today, and majority of it is just my filming equipment and my Kindle, and that's it. So I'm just going to spend the rest of the morning essentially doing a little bit more writing, trying to get into it a little bit more. Hopefully by the end of today I will have written at least 700 words. That's my aim for today. Each of my chapters, I'm aiming for them to be at least 2,000 words. Sometimes I write under, which my first chapter did actually end up being under 2,000 words, which is the average length of a chapter. But it's okay to have a, I can add more later and whatnot, so I don't need to worry too much about that. Can we just have a moment to talk about the hair that I did? It is very cute. I matched the hair that I got to the earrings that I have, and I think that's so cute because they both got little pearls on them. Also, this is the headpieces, is that what you call it? These are the hairpieces that I wore for my best friend's wedding, so it's nice to be able to reuse them, My first chapter was only about 1,600 words, I think, and I'm so happy to be done with it and whatever, because the first chapter is always the hardest, like I keep saying. Like it messes with my brain because this is the beginning. It's the most important part of the book besides the rest of the plot and it making sense and it being engaging. It's to capture everyone into your book. So I'm glad that pressure is now off my shoulders. I feel a little bit more relieved, and I'm definitely going to be aiming for at least 700 words today, I hope, for my second chapter, but we'll see how far we get. But I need to use all the time that I have because today is quite a busy day. I have work from 9 until 1, and then I have to go to my other job because now I have 2 jobs. I manifested that a little bit too hard. But I have to go to my other job and help organize and set up essentially a salon that I will be working at and doing clients at and whatnot. I didn't think I would be using my beauty degree, but it appears that I am. So I'm really, really excited for that. I need to also go film content for that salon and all of that kind of thing and help set up and organize and whatnot to make things look pretty. So let's get into some writing before I ramble on for the next half an hour and then I have to leave. Hello lovies. It has been a couple days. I think it's now Monday. When last I filmed, I believe, was Wednesday, or last I spoke to you was Tuesday. I'm not so sure. Anyway, I haven't ended up writing that much, but I did actually finish a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I so badly thought that she was gonna pull one of those like, oh, like love is within yourself and you just have to let yourself through, like, free kind of endings. Sorry for the gibberish there, that was horrible. And I was like, no, please, like, I want them to end up together. The heart attack I had, it was so bad. Anyway, I really loved it. I gave it 4 stars. It was so cute. Anyway, so now I am gonna read Chain of Gold, The Outlast Hours, book 1 by Cassandra Clare. I've heard a lot about her, and I'm very excited to start this book. It's my first in-person book in a while, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. I know that's weird to say, but like, I don't know what I did, but I hurt my wrist, and now whenever I lift up things, it's like sore. I used to do this in high school, and it hasn't done it for a while, and it just randomly started doing it again. So that's been fun. So this is going to be the last day of this vlog. I have a lot to do. I haven't edited anything for last week. I should have been filming a lot more, but I didn't. And, you know, bad Victoria. But also, it was my first week of work. I'm just grateful to have the job. And even if it means I'm a little bit behind on my YouTube and Instagram, it's okay. It's fine. Like, I can deal with it. I just need to get into the habit of when I come home and I, you know, settle down, whatever, like, I get into the habit of filming instead of filming during the day. So I need to find lighting and all of that kind of thing. There's nothing better than new book and old book smell. I don't know. It's just, like I said, this will be the last day of this vlog because I've been behind and whatnot. Also, my next video will definitely be a writerly night routine. How I balance my job, my writing, my YouTube and Instagram, how I balance all of that kind of stuff, and what I do in my night routine. So it's like a writerly night routine. So if you guys want to watch that, consider subscribing. I've already thought about it a lot, and I put a lot of effort into the video and whatnot. I currently do not have any internet access, which is a little bit of a problem, but it's okay. So I'm going to start off by probably reading, and then depending how long my battery lasts, I'll either do some journaling or we'll try and write this novel if the power comes back on, because unfortunately I use Google Docs. Let's get into that. Thank you guys so much for watching my stupid little video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know, click one of them buttons down there. There's quite a few to choose from. You have a variety if you want to. If you don't, no pressure, man. Let me know what kind of content you guys wanna see more on this channel. So if you have any suggestions for any videos that you wanna see, writing progress, how I planned out my novel, what I'm doing to prep for my first draft, all of that kind of stuff, what I'm planning for covers, whether I'm planning to self-publish or traditional publish, my research that I've done on that, any tips and tricks that you guys want to know, let me know down in the comments below. I will be sure to read them. We are a very small, tight-knit community here, so I'm sure I'll get around to reading them at some point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!